We're still just outside the playoffs. I have to pinch myself sometimes. Just quite incredible. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of season 2 of the Hednesford Town Road to League 2 on Football Manager 2018. Today we're going to be playing against Spennymoor, who are in the relegation zone of the league, and also against Altrincham, who of course we got promoted with from the Evo Stick League. Actually you can see ourselves and Altrincham side by side really in the table, and we have had a really good start. 12 games into the league out of 44. Is it 44? No, it's 42. So, just less than a third in, we've got 20 points, so we should be quite secure in theory. So let's have a look at what's been happening since you guys were last with me. So last time you guys were with me, played against Grantham and Boston, and the last two games you beat Stockport and Leamington 3-2 and 2-1 respectively. We've got quite a habit at the moment for scoring goals early on in the game. Just noticed that there was 2,500 fans at Stockport, which is quite amazing. Then we beat Leamington, and then we buggered up a 2-0 lead against Kettering Town, and they beat us 3-2. To be fair, they are top of the table, but to bottle a 2-0 lead, which is really disappointing, and if we wouldn't have bottled that, we would be at least in 7th place. That's a bit of a shame, but what happens, happens, I guess. So we're going to have a look at the tactics for the game against Spennymoor today. Wallacott in goal, Ballinga, Bailey, Wheatley, and Law at the back, with Burton as defensive midfielder, Fitzpatrick and Forley just up ahead. Laurie central attack midfield, and then Jarvis and Skephorn up front. If you haven't seen my update video, by the way, folks, from yesterday, discusses Patreon, streaming, all that sort of thing, go back to yesterday's video. Probably really essential that you watch that video. But anyway, let's get into this game. I was going to play Mo Adams today, but the other two have been playing quite well at the moment, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And then if we need to make any change, then we will. We've made a few changes to the penalty takers, set piece takers, all that sort of stuff, because I appreciate in the past that it's been Billy Jones taking penalties. It doesn't quite add up. And oh wow, they are playing very defensive. And they've got Matt Dixon. And I recognise Matt Dixon. He was from Hull. Yeah. I only recognise him because I had him on one of my FIFA videos once. But they're playing Matty Dixon. Anybody else I recognise? I don't think so. But they're playing a 4-2-3-1, but with no striker. As in, he's just like an essential attacking midfield. So we should be able to beat these today. So really, we can go on attacking. And look at this new tactics screen. It's quite nice, actually. I quite like this. I'm playing on the new FM update. And yeah, it looks quite nice. Let's go for it. Let's kick off against Spennymoor Town here. And yeah, they've kicked off. So as you can see, we're just outside the playoff place, which is pretty good. I'm just going to alter the webcam because it's a bit too high. Whether that's doing anything, I don't know. Yeah, that's actually a bit better now, which is nice. And yeah, so let's get into this. 2 minutes in, they've got a counter-attack, which is brilliant to start off with against a team that we should be beating. You know, that's not brilliant at all. But Amos to Chandler. Puts it, oh, they've made a mistake there, number 10. Bailey to our number 10 now. He gets across the defender. Skephorn's in the box. He shoots and he scores. Skephorn in fantastic form, much like last season at the moment. We started superbly, as we seem to have done in the last few games. And Skephorn now is the top goal scorer. Him and Nat Jarvis were joint on it before this game, but Skephorn has got it. Meaning that we're only 4 points on the lead leaders, Kettering Town now. And if you'd have offered me that before the start of the season, I'd definitely accepted that. And I'll accept that now. It's a fantastic feat for us to be up here and flying high. So we've just got to take it not for granted. You know, I don't think we're going to have this form throughout the season. But whilst we've got this form, it's good to keep going. But if we can continue this form and we can get a playoff place this season, it'd be fantastic. So I don't think we're going to go up this season. That would be outrageous to think. But it's kind of in the corner of my mind. You know, we could go up. There are 22 teams in this league. All of them can get promoted. There's no reason why not. And until the maths rules us out, then we can't, then we can't get promoted. But if we can get into the playoffs, then we've got a bit of a respectable standing, if that makes sense. So our standing gets a bit more respectable, and for the next season, sort of people start to fear us. And Altrincham, to be fair, are doing really well as well. It seems that we're kind of mirroring each other on the same amount of points at the moment, which is brilliant to see. But yeah, it's nice to see both the teams coming up doing well. However, I think the other teams that came up were, I think Spennymoor did come up last year, you know, from another team. And also FC United of Manchester, I think. I'm not quite sure there, but yeah, I think so. But Altrincham are now above us, so we're in 8th place. So we're just below the playoff places, because Altrincham have just scored again. But nothing's really happening in this game, to be honest. Bit of a bore draw at the moment. Not a bore draw, but a boring match at the moment. I'm going to make a few substitutions, bring Mo Adams on, and Billy Jones for Ryan Law and Forley, respectively. And if you are enjoying this so far, folks, make sure to leave a like. If you haven't watched any of the videos in this series before, make sure to watch all of the other ones, or any that you want to, because it doesn't really make sense, I suppose, if you haven't watched that. But Foley's in. Oh, it's a bit of a mix-up. It's 1-1. Come on. Honestly. Show some passion, lads. Come on, that was just shocking at the back. Complete mix-up at the back, if I can speak. Chandler to Dixon. Pass it across to Foley. And it's a bit of a defensive mix-up. We had not one, but two chances to get it out. And Foley, fair enough, shoots from a tight angle. And he scores for Spennymoor. And that's really not good enough for us. And puts a bit of pressure on us, to be honest, now, to get something done. So, let's change a few of our instructions. Get the players... Oh, can't quite do that. But we might actually have a goal here. So, Burton. To Jarvis. To Wheatley. To Burton again. Back to Wheatley again. Skeppahorn. Into Skeppahorn. Nearly 2-1. Skeppahorn doing really well so far. But I don't want to be known as that team who loses points at the end of matches. Because it makes it really insecure then. And that's not a type of thing I'd like to be associated with in this league. Because we seem to be scoring early on recently. But then conceding late on. Which is a bit frustrating. I don't quite know what we can do about that at the moment. But we need to bring another striker on. Just to bolster the attack a little bit. And that striker, of course, will be Macaulay Davis. Get them to push forward. And if we don't win this match, there's a bit of a mockery, to be quite honest. But they've had a lot more possession than we kind of credit them for. They've been playing quite well. So really, it wouldn't be too bad if we drew here. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. We are going to drop 2 points in the grand scheme of things. But at least we didn't lose. You know, I go into every away game thinking, you know, we should get at least a point. Anything more as a result. And if we do lose, we just have to take it. But here today, it would have been nice to have a win. And we were really winning for a while. But it's all over, unfortunately, now. 1-1. And Skeppahorn, apparently, will be walking back thinking, should I have made the decision? Now, I'm going to sound far from pleased because I think that's a fair comment. We did chuck that away, a bit like the last game. But we have got our team that we were talking about recently. Altrincham in the next game. So, we're going to skip a week, go to the Altrincham game, and see how we can get on. Quite a bit of rotation for this game then. There are 3 changes, I think, as well as one change on the bench I'll discuss in a minute. But Oshie comes in for Wheatley. He's got quite a high injury risk, and Oshie's got quite a low one, self-explanatory. Same goes for Alfie Crooks and Tom Fawley, and the same goes again for Macaulay Davis and... who's the other one? Nat Jarvis, there we go, there he is. And also, we've got Martin Beale on the bench now. Ayers left the club, unfortunately. He joined the club early on this year. And simply, he just wasn't playing and didn't want to play. And he hasn't played a game since he joined the club. He's just really a backup. I can understand him being grumpy about that. But we really needs to back up goalkeeper. So, I can guarantee now that Wallicott's going to get injured. But I guess we can only try, can't we? You know, Martin Beale isn't ready for the first team and isn't first team quality. But we might just have to call on him should Wallicott get injured today. But fingers crossed it won't happen. I doubt it will. But obviously we're playing against Altrincham today. They're playing a 4-4-2, a flat 4-4-2. And last year, if I can remember rightly, we did okay against Altrincham. I think we beat them once and lost against them once, I think. We didn't have to face them in the playoffs. I think they won the league. They must have won the league, yeah, because there's only 2 teams that goes up. So Altrincham had a really strong end to last year, so it's quite a good one to look out for, to be honest. Altrincham maybe having a good streak come the end of this season, maybe getting a playoff place, and definitely could be our opponents coming to a playoff place. But a win today, I'm not saying silly, but a win today would definitely help us on that journey to get further up the table, because at the end of the day, every point matters in this league. They say that 45 points should be the amount of points to survive, a bit like 40 points in the Premier League. And that's a good save from Wallicott. Nice stuff. But yeah, 45 points. And we're halfway there, technically speaking. We need another half a point to get halfway there. But we're below halfway into the game. So that's all that matters, really. We are securely into relegation safety, I would say, on our current trend of form. It seems like they're having more shots. We're having about equal possession, which is all nice. Just turn my Xbox off, just so I noticed it was on. And if you heard that, you know, it's very nice. But anyway, we've got a highlight. Finally a highlight after all that nonsense small talk 38 minutes in. But Burton to Fitzpatrick, to Laurie, to Davis. Back to Fitzpatrick. He has a shot. Oh, it's just wide. No, sorry, it wasn't Fitzpatrick. It was Laurie who had the shot. Apologies there. But anyway, it was just wide. It looks like he's got a bruised thigh. But according to conditions, he looks okay. 45 minutes in. And what the hell is that buzzing? Is it the Hoover? Is it the computer? Oh, I don't know. It's probably static. But yeah, nothing to worry about. But, well, unless I blow up, in which you probably won't see this video then. But anyway, Richmond for them. It's gone obviously back to their end. Felix into Waters, and that is nearly 1-0. And there you go. Some of the Altrincham fans were nearly celebrating a goal. A bit like England fans did when they thought Sterling scored that goal and that penalty in that friendly. And I can't remember what friendly it was, but I know it was one friendly that was fairly decently. yes, we're not doing badly at all. If anyone continues to work hard, we can win this. That's a good comment. I like that. We are going to attack in this half. See if we win at least one game this episode. And this game's at home, so technically we should have the advantage, technically speaking. But in football, does home and away really matter as much now? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of that. If you've got to this point, I'll sort of know now because you'll have commented. And if you don't comment, how dare you? In all seriousness, though, that's the straightest face I have pulled for a while. And there you go. That's less about me and more about nothing. But there we go. We're going to bring Chris Fawcett on because, as we know, the chant is when Chris Fawcett plays, Chris Fawcett scores. And we're also going to bring Mo Adams on for a tired Alfie Crook. Skephorn not quite done anything in this game today. And to be fair, it doesn't look like anybody else. I think this will probably be decided by a late goal, I'm fairly sure. But as I say earlier, nothing has really happened today. And we've got 10 minutes left. Tell the players to push forward. Oh, here we go. Oh, she's on the ball. We've got 8 minutes left. Adams to Laurie. Through to Fawcett, and it's a penalty. Can we? Oh, is Laurie going to take it or Fawcett? Do I take the risk? I think because Fawcett's been took down, Fawcett's got to take it. If he misses it now, I do apologise. But I think Laurie will take it anyway. Oh, wow, he's been sent off. Laurie steps up, and it's 1-0. Okay, that's fine. But we are up 1-0. One of their players has been sent off. So tighten up at the back. Even though we've got the advantage of one man, it really doesn't matter, to be quite honest. And there you can see Laurie take his penalty. 1-0 to us. And that's his 5th goal of the season. I was a bit annoyed, actually, that he didn't change to Fawcett. And, ooh, dear, Alan Burton's injured. But luckily we've got another substitution in which we can make. I'll actually just play 5 at the back for these last few minutes. It really doesn't matter too much. And that's a very unorthodox formation, but there we go. I'll even do that just to make sure we don't concede. And there we go. 2 minutes left of normal time. We should win this now. There's 6 minutes of added time, I think, because of the 2 injuries today and because of that red card as well. But it looks like we're going to beat our long-time rivals, Altrincham. We're not going to say anything too quickly, but we should do. But Felix there to pull. Through to Waters. Nearly lost that. You know, I said something about losing points late on, haven't I? Recently, I don't want to jinx myself again. But we've got 40 seconds left. We should win this. We're only 7 points off the top of the table if that happens. And we do manage to just sneak into those playoff places. What an ending to the episode it would be. And that should be it now. That should be it. Laurie. Keep the ball. Fitzpatrick. Through to Fawcett. Stay on the ball, buddy. Adams. That was a bit of a stupid pass. But then again, it's going to be a tricky one for them to get it up now. Brook. And Law should get that one back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is a win. Get in there. Fantastic result against high-flying Altrincham. And they expected Altrincham to win. It's kind of a pattern with this season, you know. The pundits just don't back us. They don't back us whatsoever. It's a bit of a shame, to be quite honest. I think it's a bit disrespectful to the pitmen. But there we go. So that's only one game in the North Vanarama National League North. I think we've lost in 6 now, if I'm right. Because obviously we had that manic game against whoever it was. Was it Stockport that we had like 7-4? And obviously we lost in that game against Kettering. No, it was Southport. So Stockport, Southport, you know, fairly close. But it's our... actually, no, we lost against Kettering, didn't we? Oh, stupid me. But, okay, we've got a 2-match streak we haven't lost in. That'll do. And Alan Burton's out for a while, which is a bit rubbish. Laurie's out for 6 to 9 days, which isn't actually too bad. And we will come back in that case, then, for the game. We might actually just come back for the FA Trophy second qualifying round. We don't have a lot going on this season, so we kind of have to buff out the episodes a little bit. But if not that, we'd probably come back for the local derby against Tamworth. But I'm sure you guys will see tomorrow, whatever we decide to do. Anyway, I've been TIJ, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure if you haven't done already to go and watch that video from yesterday. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.